Hey everyone, my name's Trent. I'm a Beachbody coach, and I am feeling a little orange today. So it's just, I'm wearing all orange for some reason today. I don't know why. I guess it's because it's yoga day for me. I don't know. But welcome. I'm going to be talking today about how to start eating right and how to get healthy. So without further ado, here we go. Now, I, like a lot of you out there, when I first started getting into shape, trying to get my body right, and that type of thing, I really struggled with what to eat, what not to eat. And for the first, couple months of doing P90X, I didn't really eat the healthiest stuff out there. And it really made for a tough time for me as far as, changing my body and that type of thing. Because it doesn't really help your body when you just, instead of feeding it what it needs, you feed it garbage and trash and that type of thing. What I learned was that in that third phase there, the last 30 days, I really learned how to eat, what to eat, when to eat it. And then what happened was, the changes started to occur rapidly. I started losing more weight, that type of thing. If that's what you're looking for, that's what you need to do. But it really helped me develop a sense of what I needed to do to really make up for what I lost in those first couple of months, because, I plateaued. I wasn't losing any weight, that type of thing. I wasn't really building that much muscle. I was just kind of in a predicament where my body itself was basically stagnant. It's like I couldn't make any gains. I didn't lose anything, didn't gain anything. I was just in one spot. But once I started eating right, once I started, changing my diet, that type of thing, actually turning away the fast food, turning away all the 9 billion restaurants out there that serve garbage and trash and stuff like that, turn them away. Then I started to eat, or feel a lot better in my body and about myself, and more energy, more energetic, pumped up, ready to go. So that's what this video is kind of about. So let me talk you through a couple steps on how to make sure it's right, how to make sure that you make a transition over smoothly. Now, I'm not saying just start today, just cut everything, go to your refrigerator, throw everything away. No, don't do that. That costs a lot of money too. So because you have to replace the food and all that type of stuff. So I'm just going to tell you a couple tricks, not really tricks, but a couple of ideas and stuff that I went through. Hopefully, you guys won't go through in the process. So, all right. First off the bat, you probably won't want to, completely stop your diet already, because you've got, it's one of those things where you want to stop eating everything you're eating. All the grease, the fat, the nasty junk, garbage, whatever you got that you eat all the time. Your gigantic head-sized burgers or whatever you eat. But you may want to kind of pace it off a little bit, eat less of that type of stuff. Focus more on, instead of a burger, start eating the chicken type stuff, getting grilled chicken or baked chicken or whatever, and going that route with it. And not exactly quit everything right off the bat, because that could kind of tailspin your body into shock, and it'll kind of hurt you more than it'll help you. But instead of doing that, just kind of wean yourself off of it, just like you would like a puppy or a cat or anything off of milk when they're small. So just kind of slow it down, eat less, buy smaller meals, not bigger meals. If you're hungry, that's because your stomach is so large, it needs to shrink back down to where to where you won't eat as much. You'll still eat, but you won't eat as much. And that's the whole point of it, is to kind of get your body into a position to where your calorie intake doesn't go so far over what you need that, you're just storing extra fats and, all that stuff. But once you know, get to a point where you're not eating as much, you're just eating, you know, some type of chicken or something like that every day, maybe once a day, you know. And this is just when you're out and want to, you know, eat something. Don't go eat, you know, a freaking burger, you know, the size of a plate. Don't eat that. That's just gross. But, you know, eat smaller stuff, you know. Instead of buying 900 pounds of burger meat, buy some chicken, you know, bake the chicken, grill the chicken, something, you know, something healthier. And make it a nice little meal. Don't throw a bunch of butter and sour cream and all that type of stuff, and potato and baked potatoes and stuff like that. That's not good for you. But make sure that once you get to a point where you feel comfortable with just breaking off and leaving that fast food side of it behind, then start eating more along the lines of, like, you know, maybe a Subway restaurant, some type of sub sandwich restaurant, you know. But don't eat like a meatball marinara or anything like that. Eat more of like turkey, ham, you know, baked chicken, like I said, or oven roast, whatever they call it. You know, throw some greens on there, you know, throw some lettuce and that type of thing on there. Don't go crazy with it, because you don't need everything. If you like your vegetables, throw your vegetables on there. I'm not going to stop you there. That's, you know, more power to you. I'm not a huge vegetable guy, but that's me. You know, I'm more along the lines of fruit. I'll eat fruit all day long. Apples, oranges, grapes, you know, watermelon, everything. But keep in mind that, you know, as you transition from your fast food eating and, you know, your gross, nasty stuff that you put in your body, you transition over to eating healthier. You know, it's starting to really make it go. You really bring it all together, and, you know, you work that in with how you work out. Because the better you eat, the better your workouts will be. The healthier type of stuff you eat, the harder you can go in your workouts, the more results you'll get. So it helps every aspect of your life. You feel better, you have more energy, you can go harder in your workouts, you can get better results just by eating healthy. It's weird, but that's true. If you eat, you know, burgers and fries and all this stuff all the time, then you don't get what your body needs. It stores the wrong type of fats, and then, you know, then it sticks with you. And instead of burning fat, you burn muscle. You don't want that. I mean, everybody wants, you know, some type of muscle. Whether, you know, girls and women want to be toned up. You know, guys, they want the nice muscles, the nice, you know, flex show, you know, that type of thing, the gun show, if you will. They want that type of stuff. So you don't want to do that. You just want to, you know, you want to eat healthy, eat right. That way your workouts will turn out a lot better than what they probably already are if you haven't switched over already. To all of you out there doing P90X, I don't know if you've ever listened to Tony Horton talk about it or anything like that, but the P90X program is based off of a kind of an odd type of thing. It's not really crazy, but it's kind of odd that the workouts themselves only make up 30% of the actual program. The other 70% is in the food and what you eat and your intake and that type of thing. So it's kind of crazy to think that way, but that's just how it is. So basically, as Tony would put it, P90X is all about the food and what you eat, what you intake, what you take in. You know, making sure you're eating the right type of fats, making sure, you know, you're cutting out a lot of the salts and the grease and the grime and the garbage and that type of thing to make, you know, to energize yourself to actually work out to begin with. Make yourself feel good about it and really focus on, you know, what you want and what you need instead of, you know, what comforts you. You know, we want to get rid of the comfort food. We want to, you know, you want to throw away the half-pound burgers and all this, you know, the thick, you know, 900 different types of ice creams and that type of thing. I'm not saying don't cut off ice cream altogether, just don't eat, you know, a bowl the size of your head or anything like that. Just, kind of, pace it down, cut your portions, at least in half or even in 3/4. You still get that sweet tooth, but you don't go overboard with it. And, when you think about it, when it comes to food, we really, we really have a lot of stuff out there that is extremely bad for us. And it's terrible looking, and, even looking at it, it looks bad, but we eat it anyway for some reason. I don't know what it is. And, cause, here recently, and this actually is kind of gross compared to a lot of things, but Burger King, I'm saying this anyway, Burger King came out with a bacon sundae. Basically, it was ice cream and chocolate syrup and that type of thing, all together with a piece of bacon stuck in it. Looked nasty, completely disgusting looking. I mean, I used to adore bacon, but I wouldn't eat this thing if you paid me to. It looks terrible, awful, just gross, and it's just, I don't know how anyone can eat that. I don't know how that's a viable option myself, but and it's crazy to see that restaurants coming out with stuff like that, and then on the backside of it, they're like, oh, we got this this new grilled chicken or this new grilled whatever or fresh whatever salads whatever like that, and it's starting to make an impact on how they advertise. If you haven't looked at it yet, because Beachbody's whole philosophy is to end the trend of obesity in America. And I, for one, am glad that I found them. Figured it out, because I was almost 250 pounds, and I was going back up to my old 300-pound mark, and I didn't want to go there. So I decided to make a change and got P90X and worked at it and worked at it and worked at it. Now I'm 210 pounds and built a lot more muscle, and I'm not done yet. I'm on P90X2 now, so I'm still going strong. But fast food aside, now we turn towards the more healthier options for you. Like I've talked earlier, your Subways, your healthy Subways, like your turkey on wheat, your ham on wheat, that type of thing. But there's one thing that, if you can, get this right here. Shakeology is the healthiest meal of the day. It is a meal replacement a meal replacement that you can mix anything with. Now, it's not just chocolate, there's chocolate, there's greenberry, there's chocolate with strawberry as well. And then they're all coming vegan now too, so if you happen to be vegan, go for it. And it's the best thing ever. Come from me. I love this stuff. I drink it every day. And you can mix anything you want to with it. The chocolate, if you want to put a spoon of peanut butter in it or something, make it kind of a Reese's kind of shake, go for it. That's what I do. I love it. If you got the greenberry, you can mix, grapes or anything like that with it. You can mix anything with this here too. So it's really good. I recommend it to anybody out there that wants to really go after it. But it is kind of expensive. But if you really knock it down to what it looks like, it's really only $4 a day. To all of you out there that have begun your journey to fitness, or even if you're kind of on the fence about it, not really think about it, or even if you're just watching this video just because hopefully I've provided some type of insight into how to start eating right and eat healthy and that type of thing, and hopefully it kind of shows you that you don't have to completely cut everything right off the bat, and you can kind of just slowly get into it over a few weeks' time to really get yourself kind of into it. So if you happen to like this video or anything, comment. If you have any questions or anything about Beachbody and programs like that, feel free to message. If you're looking to get fit, Beachbody is probably the one of the best companies out there to really go far, really get into it. So until next time, you guys and gals have a wonderful day, and we'll see you in about a month.